Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another Vlogmas video. Today's video is going to be, I feel like, a long awaited one because you guys seem to really like this series on my channel, and this is going to be my makeup spending, like, end of year budget update. If you've missed any of my previous videos this year on this topic, I will have them listed down below for you. I've broken them down into quarters, so there's already 3 videos out so far this year. So in today's video, I'm going to break down the spending on makeup that I have from October, November, December, share the overall total from the last quarter, and then also share the total spent on makeup for the whole year. So in the month of October, I actually only had one makeup purchase and it was $60. So I picked up this trio from Revi Beauty. This is Ali Glein's makeup brand. I picked up these 3 effortless lip products that launched in October. I bought them on launch day, and yeah, this is my only makeup purchase in the entire month of October. So our total for October is $60. I do really like those lip products and I'm really glad to have them in my collection. I especially use the 2 neutral shades a lot, like on a daily basis. But moving forward to November, I had quite a few makeup purchases. Now, these are not in any particular order. I kind of was not so good about holding on to my receipts and writing them down right away. So some of them are in a little bit of a weird order, but for Black Friday, I actually did place an order from Buxom, so we're just going to start with that one. So I picked up 2 products from Buxom. The first one was their Staycation Bronzer. This retails for $28, and then I also picked up this eye and cheek palette, and it's the straight up eye and cheek palette for $29.50. That's their full prices. I did get $14.50 deducted off the total for their Black Friday sale. So the total for these 2 products that I purchased was $45.08. So these are the 2. I really don't like this bronzer. I wish I had not bought this. It's just like super orangey on my skin. And I do like this eye and cheek palette. I don't know how often I'll use it, but I think I would like it a lot for traveling. So I'll have to keep you guys posted on that. But yeah, this one was definitely a regret. And considering full price was almost $30, does kind of stink. So I spent about $20 on it, I guess, after the discount, but that is okay. So on November 18th from Ulta, I did pick up a mascara. I picked up this mascara called the Ulta Beauty New Heights Lifting Mascara, and I heard about this one from YouTube, especially from Kelly Gooch. It has a very small wand in comparison to some other mascaras, but I have actually noticed that this one transfers on my eyes pretty badly, especially on the lower lash line. So I don't have any plans to repurchase this, and I don't necessarily suggest it to anyone else just because that's the experience that I've had with it. So that was a bit of a bummer, but this one was originally $11, but I got it for $6.60. I'm guessing I used like a discount code or something that I had there. So or this one was either just on sale, I don't know. But yeah, it was $6.60 for this mascara. And then I had another purchase from Ulta, also around Black Friday. I finally picked up one of the lip glosses from Milani. This has been one that's been on my wish list for a really long time. I'm not sure that it lives up to the hype I had for it, but I did pick up one of their Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper glosses. I got mine in the shade Luminoso. This is originally $10.99 and I got it for $7.69. So it's a really pretty shade. It does have quite a large doe foot on it, and it's a little bit like, it gives a lot of product on the lips at once, so you have to kind of wipe some of it off. And it's not like as, I'm not reaching for it as much as some of my other ones, but I do really like it. I'm glad I finally did pick one up, but at the same time, I'm glad I only picked up one instead of 2. So for $7.69, I am glad that I picked this up and added it to my collection. Okay, my most expensive purchase was a purchase, well, 2 purchases actually together, from Cleona Cosmetics. So I actually broke this into 2 purchases. I have 2 videos on these shadows already, so if you're interested in them, I will leave those videos linked down below for you. But I originally purchased this one order with the 6 shades, and then right away I purchased these 10 right after that. And I did that because I knew that these shades were likely going to sell out, and a lot of them already have, but they restocked several of them for Black Friday. So I've had instances before where I've added a bunch of stuff to my cart I was wanting to buy, not from this brand, just in general. And when you go to check out, some of the items have already sold out, and I didn't want that to happen. So we had kind of broken down the list in half and started working on it. but then my website was really slow, so my husband added 10 and I added 6. Then I ended up having to purchase them because his cart was freezing, so it was a whole thing, but that's why I picked up 2 separate orders. This would have cost less had I gotten them all in the same order because I did pay $11 for shipping on each order. So the purchase that I had for the 6 shadows after the Black Friday sale was $51.38 plus $11.18 for shipping. So the 6 of these cost total $62.56. And then the order 2, which was 10 shadows, total before shipping was $85.31 plus the $11.18 for shipping. So the total for this order was $96.49. So the total that I spent on this purchase from Cleona Cosmetics was $159.05. Now that's super high, and I really would not have just picked up all of these shadows like just because or anything like that, but I do make a little bit of money off of YouTube, and I had made actually my highest paid month the month before that. And so I just decided that as kind of a little treat to myself, I would take some of my YouTube money that I make creating makeup content and buy some makeup that has really been on my wish list for at least 1.5 years now. So I'm really excited that I have these in my collection. They are really pricey, but I do work really hard on my channel. So I just wanted to kind of spend my makeup money on something that I've been really wanting to try. So I was really excited for that. And I do not regret picking up any of these. But yeah, this was a very expensive makeup purchase compared to my other ones at $159.05. Okay. Then from Walmart, I had purchased several products for a full face of testing like Walmart products I'd never heard of, and it was just drugstore makeup that I had never heard anything about. So I'll also link that video below for you guys. 2 of the products that I purchased there, I do plan to return. I haven't returned them yet, but they're somewhere else in the house. I don't have them in here to show you guys. But those 2 products were the Hard Candy Glow Primer. That one smelled so strong and gave me an immediate headache. I could not use it again. And then the other one was the Revlon Clear Brow Gel. I was so excited to try that, but it left my eyebrows looking like I had dandruff in them or something. It was awful, and they were like super clumped up. Check out that video if you want to see more about those products, but they were awful. The primer was $8.94 and the brow product was $9.97. I still count this in my spending because I did spend the money on it, and technically I haven't returned them yet. I just plan to, so I count them in my spending. I might change that up for next year if I end up returning anything next year, like deducting it, but I don't do that right now. So other than that, I did pick up a few other products that I really do like. So the first one was this Maybelline Tattoo Studio Gel Pencil Eyeliner in the shade Rose Quartz. If you saw that video, you know I really liked this one. This one retailed for $8.12. So yeah, I'm really still liking this one. I'm glad I picked that one up for the video. I also picked up this cheek duo from Revolution. This is the Blush and Highlight Duo in the shade Sweet. And this retailed for $2.98, which is such an amazing price. This is a really great duo. I've really been enjoying it, and I would definitely suggest it, especially if you're just a beginner and you're wanting to kind of get your kit started for a decently low price. Like, this is really affordable. I also picked up a lip product. This is the Neutrogena Moisture Smooth Color Stick in the shade Almond, and I also really like this one. I've been using it a lot lately. It does smell like apricots, and so if I already have a headache, I don't tend to reach for this one, but it doesn't seem to cause me to have a headache. So it's not super aggressive, but it definitely does have a fragrance to it. And then I also picked up another product from Neutrogena, which was their Radiant Cream Concealer. Oh, I forgot to mention. The lip product was $7.96, and then this concealer was $14.97. So this is my most expensive product from that video. But I picked up the lightest shade in this one. I don't see the shade name now. Oh, here it is. It's called Ivory Light 01. And I've also been really enjoying this one. Honestly, it feels very creamy in texture. It might be slightly light for what I usually like, but the shade one deeper than this was too dark for my skin. So this is really the only one that would work for me, but I like it. I don't know that it would be like a repurchase or anything, but I'll use it up. Okay, so that was everything that I purchased in the month of November. So that was a lot more, especially with that video testing the new products. So the total for November that I spent was $271.36. So significantly higher than October. And I think just kind of in combination, especially with those Cleona shadows, I had the video where I bought makeup that was, I think, about $60 total, which I typically don't do, and then a couple Black Friday purchases. So, I mean, that makes sense, but definitely a lot higher than most of my other months from the year. And then moving on to December, we had another pretty high spending month. So let's just kind of run through those. So Sephora had this sale where they were doing 20% off one order, and I actually ordered a couple of things that were, well, I ordered some skincare, but for the makeup, I ordered this little set from Cali Ray. This is their Surf Proof setting spray and their So Blown Clean Blurring Primer. So it has a full size of the primer and a mini of the setting spray. I'm really enjoying both of these. So good. The primer smells like oranges. It gets super citrusy, and then the setting spray has a really fine mister on it. Almost too fine, but it seems okay. Sometimes it just doesn't feel like it puts out a lot of product, but I still have been enjoying it. It just takes a few more pumps than some other setting sprays, but I really like that. So that duo full price is $42, but I picked it up for $33.60. So I felt like that was a pretty good deal for these products, considering their full price is over $40. And then I also picked up another pricey item. I got this giant setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. I finished the regular size one, which you can see is still back on my makeup drawers, but I finished that one up. I am pretty much like halfway through the travel size one, I think. So I decided to pick this up on a 20% off sale. So this typically retails for $51, and I picked it up for $40.80. This is super pricey, but it's my favorite setting spray, so I will use it and I will enjoy it. So I wanted to go ahead and pick that up while I could get it on sale, because 20% off I think is probably the best sale I would be able to get for this. So the total of those two products came out to $74.40. And then from Ulta, I picked up a few products. I picked up a couple brow gels. I had used up my Anastasia clear brow gel, so I picked up another mini of that for $9. And I decided to pick up this NYX Control Freak one for $7, another clear brow gel. I'm not loving this one so much. The wand on this is like huge, and so getting it to work really well in the brows just, it seems a little excessive. I'm still testing it out, but so far I'm still just liking my Anastasia one, so I don't know. I would suggest the Anastasia one for sure, but I did pick up those two. And then I also picked up this eyeliner from NYX. I've been really wanting an eyeliner that's this color. I have not used this yet, which is not so good since I bought this 23 days ago and I haven't used it yet. But this is in the shade called Emerald City. It was $5 from NYX, and it's this nice like emerald green color, if you guys can see that. It's really dark. It's got the color here on the end, but it's a really dark green, and I'm really excited to use this and test it out. I just haven't used it yet. I've been busy with getting vlogmas videos ready, so I feel like I have not been like just spending time like using new products and testing things out, but I will hopefully use that soon. So the total from that purchase was $17.89 at Ulta. And then about a week later, I actually ended up going back to Ulta because I wanted to use this in my beginners video, but I also just wanted to have this back in my collection. This is the e.l.f. Wow Brow. It's a tinted brow gel that has little fibers in it, and I really wanted to have this back in my collection, so I picked this up in the shade Brunette, and that was $5. It's the only thing I picked up that trip. So the total for this purchase was $5.45. And then from Walmart, I picked up a couple of things, and I feel like an idiot right now because I picked up this powder from CoverGirl. This is the Clean Fresh powder. I got mine in the shade Porcelain. My old one is so close to being empty, and I just decided to go ahead and pick up another one because I was at Walmart, which is the cheapest place I found to buy it. And I was so upset. I mentioned this in my beginners video, but I really like how this comes with a little powder puff, because if you don't have a brush and you don't want to go buy a brush, you can still use the powder. And then I put a little like screen text on that video like, oh, they don't have it in there anymore. And now that I've put this in this basket to reach from to mention, it got flipped over and the little sponge is on the back. So it does still come with the sponge, which I'm really glad about. But yeah, they just tuck it in the back there. And for some reason, I remembered it being like in the packaging, not on the back, which it's a really good idea to put it back there. But yeah, still comes with that. So there's an update for you on that one, but this retails for $8.94 from Walmart where I picked it up. And then I actually decided to pick this up as well for $5.47. This is from Wet n Wild. It's their Color Icon palette and it's in Nude Awakening. So this is a 10-pan eyeshadow palette that is under $6. And I plan to, in the new year, film a video showing like how I create an eyeshadow look and work on blending and kind of eyeshadow color placement and everything for beginners. So definitely stay tuned to that if you are excited to see a beginner eyeshadow tutorial. Most of my eyeshadow palettes are high-end. It's just like where I lean on the spectrum, I guess, of drugstore high-end with eyeshadow palettes, but I decided to pick this one up because I thought it would be a really affordable option that hopefully has decent quality to be able to show you guys, and then that way if you wanted to pick up the same palette, it wouldn't break the bank. So I picked that up for $5.47 on the same Walmart trip. So the total for that was $14.41. We're getting towards the end here. I just have 2 more purchases. So this one, I cannot find the receipt for the life of me, but I picked them up from Walmart and they're about $8. So I picked up 3 more of the Maybelline Tattoo Studio eyeliners. I really loved that one in Rose Quartz, so I actually ended up picking up 3 more. And these are also going to replace the eyeliners I had from NYX. I just started to not feel comfortable using them on the eyes anymore as I'd had them for a long time. So I picked up this one in the shade Bronze Glitz. This one is really pretty as well. None of these are quite as sparkly though as Rose Quartz. I also picked up the shade Metallic Nights, which is a kind of sparkly black shade. And then the third one I picked up was Emerald Lights. So this one kind of replaced my All-Time Olive NYX liner, but it's a lot lighter than the Emerald I just showed you guys from NYX. So I priced this one at $24 because they're about $8 each, but I cannot find the receipt for that, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna have to go with $24 on that one. I actually placed an online order from Cleona Cosmetics on Christmas Eve to pick up my favorite foundation that I've been missing, which is the Cleona HD Perfect. I have been really missing that in my collection, so I decided to pick that up. They did have a sale going on, so it's usually $13, but I picked it up for $9.10. And then I decided to pick up 2 other products from the site. They have a concealer that looked really intriguing to me. It's not the one that I used to have from them. It is their other one. It's called their Full Coverage Concealer. The packaging was really pretty and the shade looked similar online, at least. I'm hoping in person it will, but it looked similar to my favorite Flower Beauty concealer where it's a little bit more cool toned. So I'm really excited to try that. Full price, that's $10, but I got it on sale for $7. And then the last thing I picked up was another one of their lip liners. I picked up the shade called Dusty Rose. This one typically retails for $7, but I got it for $4.90. So a pretty good sale, I would say, on all of those products. They have not come in yet, so I can't show them to you on camera. I could just kind of mention that I bought them. So the total for that was $21. Those are all the purchases that I have made in December, and I have no plans to make any more for the last couple of days in the year, which brings our December total spent on makeup to $157.15. So again, a little bit of a higher month there. Not as high as November though. So that brings us to our total for quarter 4. And this was by far our most expensive quarter of the year by about $165, $170. So quarter 4, the total I spent on makeup was $488.51. High. That is so high, especially considering I only bought one thing, well, a pack of 3 things, but one purchase in October. That's kind of crazy to me. But all things considered, I still was pretty close to my loose budget. I've mentioned this, I feel like, in all of my makeup spending videos, but I don't have like a hard set budget for makeup. I tend to spend around $1,200 a year on makeup, roughly $100 a month, and that seems to be okay for me. I do this as a hobby, but I also like to purchase things for videos sometimes because it helps me have something to film. I like to try new makeup sometimes, and it helps me to try it when it's actually new because I can review it for my channel versus kind of waiting, which might help me not purchase some products sometimes, because if you wait, then you might talk yourself out of them, or other people's reviews might help me not buy them. But you know, there's just some things I like to buy for videos, and then You know, like I mentioned, I do make a little bit of money off of YouTube, so if I want to put that back into buying some makeup, I'm okay with it. So, you know, all things considered, I like to spend around $1,200 a year on makeup. And my total spent for 2023 was $1,273.24. So not that much higher than my loose budget, which I don't really like strictly stay by. It just happened to be kind of around that budget. So I'm totally fine with that. However, I do have plans to do a no buy, at least for the first portion of 2024. I'm just feeling like inspired to reach into what I have in my collection, especially with the Cleona shadows. I'm so excited to dip into them even more. I'm wearing them on the eyes now. So I'm just really, really excited to dip into what I have and enjoy the collection that I already own. And I'm just not really wanting to bring a ton of new makeup into my collection in the new year. So if you guys are interested in any no buy or low buy content, let me know if there's anything in particular that you want to see, and let me know below if you guys are planning to do a no buy or a low buy in the new year as well. So that is all I have for you guys today. I will say that I'm a bit surprised as to just how much more Q4 was than the other quarters, but I think it always kind of happens like that because it gets to the holidays and the Black Friday sales and all of that. So it's okay, but I am pretty close to that kind of loose budget I'd set for myself. So that is all I have for you guys today. That is the update on the total of money I've spent on makeup for 2023. I know you guys have been waiting to hear the number. I myself have been waiting to hear the number. I tend to not do the math until right before I film this so that my genuine reaction to my spending is able to be viewed by you guys. So I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Definitely stay tuned for the rest of my vlogmas videos. Let me know down below if there's anything in particular you want to see from my channel in 2024. I am trying to kind of get an idea of the videos I want to be filming in 2024. But thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for my next vlogmas video.